held here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Get to Pittsburgh. Try. You got your left because I'm about to take you to school. 34 is the right. 30-40, go. Go. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Throwing on first down. Hopkins. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. On first down, Hopkins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Back to throw. Hopkins is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
This is it.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Haynes. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 41 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Haynes.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Now a first down throw, Watson. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the right. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there, with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Open man is Galladay, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 35.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play.
Ready, go. 34's a Mike, he's coming, check it. 22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Hey, seam 6, seam 6. Now.
On 1st and 10, Hart. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the gun, Hopkins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. And this one is right down the middle. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, they stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 20-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Out of the gun, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Off the play fake. Hopkins, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw. Hopkins, that's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Let's go now. 45. Let's pick it up. It's out time, guys. Out time. Let's get off the field. Shut up.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, here's second and 8.
Check back. 24. Here we go. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Back to throw, Watson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end.
4 set. 19. You can't block me.
Now they try the right side here. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
That's going to be a long day.
From the 44, Watson. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with the tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now a handoff looking right. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a second and long.
Set. 19. Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. This just a 24-yard attempt. The kick by Joseph is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend. Don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
I'm going back to you. Slam, slam, slam. Yeah. Watch the shot.
Back to throw. Hopkins. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the Lions' 23-yard line.
Reset. 19. 24.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Watson on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. And he's brought down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
That's trash. 54. Check, go back.
Operating from the gun, Watson steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Watson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. On first down, Burrell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for two. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Completes it to Miller. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Check in. That's what I do. Check. Check your hot read. Go. 34 is the mic. 34 is the mic.
To throw again. Hopkins. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, alert 3.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
Easy work.
4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
65. Hey, 40's Mike right
now it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return, here's Agnew. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Lions will take over.
First and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. 36.
Looking to throw. Hopkins. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 13. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. Probably a bit of a surprise call there on 1st down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage with the big man setting the tone physically.
Strip that ball. Strip that ball. Pick it 55.
Now they try the right side here, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th.
Mike, set. 19. We want this.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. Forced out to his left. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Let's go. You tighten up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7. Watson now operating from the gun. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
34 is the play. 34 is the mic. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him to tight end Hockenson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. He's got his man on the crossing route. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Switch. 56.
From the gun, Hopkins. Over the middle, it's complete. And that'll get him the 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
I don't even know why this team showed up. Watch the safety creep. Slow.
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Detroit! Ty Johnson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This will be taken short. There's a nice move. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Here's Watson. Being chased out left. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a one-point game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Haynes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. They're going to try and run, and he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown, as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Where you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Double time. 3 down. 40.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Dancing to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. You got nothing to work. You got nothing.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 43. Check 3. Hey, check 3. Alert 3. Sponge.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Bucs, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.